Hello, Bob here. Old school gamer, Atari hat, in my bathroom. Today I want to gripe about. I was watching some videos of some people making some worst of all time worst games lists, and I noticed a trend on those lists. Like certain games were constantly like in the top two, top five, whatever, and I think that a lot of these people that were making these lists were just following everybody else, doing what they thought was popular, what everybody else was doing. And yeah, I have a problem with some of these lists and the games that they put on them. And I don't think that a lot of the games that are on the bad games list are actually bad games, and that some of these people would know that if they actually played these games, because I did notice that in a lot of the reading the comments and the descriptions and stuff, that a lot of these people never actually played these games. That you know basically they're just going off of what everybody else says, bandwagon jumpers, whatever the hell you want to call them. And one of the games that were constantly making this list is Street Fighter, the movie, the game, which is basically they took the Street Fighter game, they made it into a movie, which isn't that bad. I really like the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. And the movie's a lot better once you know the history of it. Look up the history, look at, the troubles that they had making the movie, and the battles between the studio and Capcom, and why certain things were done, and whatever. And it really is a good movie. And considering the troubles it had, that it even got made at all. But one game that's constantly making this list is this game right here, which I have the PlayStation version, Street Fighter the movie, for PlayStation. I'm such a fan of this game that I also have it on the Saturn. I have the Saturn version of this game. I really like this game. There's an arcade by my house called the Galloping Ghost Arcade, and they actually have the arcade version of this, and every time I go there, I play the game. I have to. Another game that's constantly making these lists is Aquaman for the GameCube. Well, that's what I have it for. I don't know if this appeared on any other systems. It might have been a PS2 game or whatever, but I have it for the GameCube. And they say that it's very repetitive, which it kind of is. But for what it is, it's not really a bad game. I don't think it deserves all the bad publicity and stuff that it gets. I read one review where they basically said that it's basically just punch and kick the game. You just punch and kick constantly. If you know how to punch and kick, you can play this game. And there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot of combos in the game, and yeah, it's a lot of combat. But I mean, that's if you read the back of the box, that's what you're getting into when you get this game. A lot of combat. Imagine that. And another game, which I don't actually have on hand, but I have the game, I have my original game, is E.T. for the Atari 2600. It was a game made by Howard Scott Warshaw, who holds the distinguished honor of having made one of the best Atari 2600 games in Yar's Revenge. I believe it's the top selling game on the 2600 of all time. Could be wrong on that. And for making the worst game, which is E.T. But in his defense, he only had 5 weeks to make the game. And, I mean, seriously, you have somebody come up to you and say, this is the name of the game we want made, this is the main character, and you've got 5 weeks make a game. So you have to come up with the premise and the idea and what's going to go on, and you have to make it, and you have to do everything in 5 weeks. And what he did is amazing. And I read one review where they said that the game is it's hard to play, it's hard to understand. You know, anybody that tells you that they know how to play this game and they know what's going on, they're a damn lie. And I'm not a lie. I've been playing the game since I was a kid. I can beat that game. If you put the time and effort into it, you can fully understand it. It's not that bad. A lot of people credit it for being the cause of the video game crash in 1983. And while it did play a part in it, it was not the main cause. There was a lot of other things. Google that, whatever, you'll find that out. But that's, I just had to get that off my chest. These people bitching about these games that, go out and play the damn games. Play them, spend some time with them. E.T.'s not that bad. Aquaman's not that bad. Street Fighter the movie, the game, is really good. It uses digitized graphics, so it's got the actors from the movie, but it plays just like a Street Fighter game, because it's a Street Fighter game. It plays really good. And I'm going to end this video with a recommendation. And today we're going to recommend, I have the PS4 version. I think it's only on the PS4, to tell you the truth. It is Earth Defense Force 4.1, The Shadow of New Despair. This is a shooter. Fly your little character and shoot things. Some people call them shmups. Don't like that term. Not going to call it a shmup. It's a shooter. It follows the Wing Divers from the Earth Defense Force series, which I'm a huge fan of. I love running around shooting giant bugs, and Earth Defense Force is great. And this is an awesome shooter. So if you have a PS4 and you have the means, you like shooters, by all means, go out and play this. And, go out anyway and play some games and have fun, and, stop ragging on Street Fighter, and, leave E.T. alone, man. Just play it. It's not that bad. Go play some games, and I'll probably find something to gripe about next week. So I'll see you later. Thanks.